Oops. How's everybody doing? Hello. There we go. Welcome. Hey, it's red. Wow, I'm hitting too hard. There. That's loud. How you doing? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Welcome everybody. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. I've been playing with this library and I actually did a demo. It's just so fun to play with. There's a lot going on. Anyway, welcome. My name is John Limcool. This is our live stream. We do every Saturday. Usually I'm a little more organized at this time, but I was like doing my hair and brushing my teeth 2 minutes before I got here. So this is so fun. So Fred started this library as a library for Uhi's Repro 1 and Repro 5, which is this really, really cool synth that has really cool capabilities inside of it. And he made all these patches, and then he did all the artwork, the concept, and got it to me in this last week. I've been working like crazy to make a drum kit to match it. And so I think I got pretty close so far. So all new drum samples. I had my toms set up here in the room. Here, I'll show you some of the drum kits. Here's Animal Cracker. Oh, wait, let's just go over here and just call it up straight up. So go like this and see. Animal Cracker for the, it takes a second to get everything loaded. I mean, just the coolest sounds. Everything's made from scratch, so. So it's really, really cool to go along with all these cool synth sounds, all these cool pads. There's so much in this library to play with. And not the kind of things you'd expect from an analog synth, because Fred is what I call an out-of-the-box thinker. And so he's doing things with these synthesizers that he did a library. He's done a number of libraries we sell at our website. You should check them out. They're on sale. We have our spring sale going on. All the Subsonic ARTZ are. He did a library for the GX80, and I sent it to the guys at Cherry Audio, and they freaked out because he was doing things that they're like, this is deep and out of the box, man. So he's an out of the box. So I'll show you this library. It's really, really cool. It goes a lot of places. On top of this, there's a whole other layer I didn't show you last week, and that's these combies with sampled phrases and stuff. And this is where it gets really interesting. These are kind of like what he did for Endbringer, where you've got a scene here up high. Really cool sound design, synthetic birds. Fred is one of the more forward-thinking AI developers, using AI to create anything that's not synthesis or samples. All these samples that you're going to hear of a singer and talker and the characters. He's developed the characters, told them what to say. He's processed for all these different combies. It's super deep. There's hundreds and hundreds of phrases. So Let me give you I'll try to do this justice.
Knowing the path and walking the path are two very different things.
Oh. Gotta get my scales right.
Sometimes to find the truth, you must first let go of what you believe. Even the smallest choice can ripple through the system, changing everything.
Isn't that cool? Yes, there's an interesting series of contrasts. Fred is not afraid of contrast, let me tell you. There's other things in this library that go all sorts of other places.
In the silence of the crash, I see your face. Reconnect the soul. Yo, Gracia. I scratch the code. Reconnect the soul.
So all these things are like just elements you could like build huge productions, go all crazy with these things. So
illegal street races tonight. Illegal street races tonight. This
yes,
just
so
in, another blackout in the lower district. Eyes in the sky report increased drone surveillance.
and then you get to the knobs.
Illegal street races tonight. Trust no one.
So they're so fun. Then you can go over here to like get some of these bass lines,
Illegal street races
add it
tonight.
to this, and then add a drum groove, a bigger drum groove. This, I don't know if it's gonna work because he uses overdrive a lot of times. You know, let's turn off the overdrive. Check the flexi Q. Okay, that might work. That might work. Let's see if it works. So let's add this.
Stay vigilant, citizens. This just in, another blackout in the lower district. Authorities advise caution and to stay off the grid. Synthetic dreams are the new escape. Acid rain expected tonight.
So there's so much here. Look at all these characters. Each one of these sets of sample maps. Now, there's going to be two versions of this library. There's one version that has, I think there's about 200, 150. Fred, how many patches are there for Repro 1.5? Because we've got so many extra bonus patches here. We're over 330 patches. We'll probably be about 350 before we get done with this, because I have a whole bunch of drum grooves I've been making that I don't even have them to the place where I can put them in here yet. When will this be? When will this be out? Probably next week. I think we'll be done with it by next week. We're getting really, really, really close. He sent me new artwork for the phrases. I didn't even get them put in this morning because, here, let me play this demo I wrote. Let's go over here. I'll do it this way as an audio file. This is just, let's see, right here. It's right now called The Key. And seriously, I almost didn't start the live stream because I was still working on this and having fun with this. But here, check this out. This is just, and maybe at the end of the live stream, if I get through all the stuff I have to show, maybe I can make a song. I'll show you how to use the library. If not, we'll be doing that maybe next live stream next week, but check this out. So here we go. This is all this library. Even the voices in there and stuff. Cool. Yeah, man, I got some killer kicks in this library.
I am the key.
Isn't that cool? This is so cool. I mean, to go from here, there's so many places to go and stuff. So that's what I was doing until like 5 minutes before the live stream. I was just mixing that out to send a copy to Fred to show him what I was working on. We going to have some demos for this. There's so much. It's really exciting. So the rules to make this work is you have to own Repro 1. It's actually 1/5. They give you 2 plugins for the price of 1 from Uhi. Sadly, I don't think it's still on sale. I wasn't able to get. They had a sale recently. It goes on sale from time to time. So if you need to wait till it goes on sale, I understand. They do, like all companies, you have to have sales from time to time. But you have to own Repro 1 and Unify 2 for this enhanced version of the library. There's also going to be a version of the library that is just the presets for Repro 1 without all the samples, without all the artwork, with all the characters and the combinations and the drum kits that I'm making and all this stuff. So you can choose which version you want. Of course, the enhanced version is a little bit more, it's multi-genre, yes. The genre would be more on the like Crystal Method to industrial, even Rammstein kind of stuff. Some of these combinations, I'll just say this. Fred is an artist, and we are going to let Fred be the artist. And some of these get into things. I probably wouldn't do it for it, but it's his library. It's his expression of what he wants to do. So like for this one here, this is the Nebuchadnezzar. So if you're familiar with, a lot of this is picture like the Matrix and then trying to get out of the Matrix. And so... got the machines. They're trying to get through the walls.
Zion Defense Perimeter is now opening. Atmospheric sensors detect heavy friction on you requesting manual override for the final bay doors. Confirm control. Zion Docking Authority. Zion Docking Authority. Ship is secure.
We got the explosions and, they're breaking in. Stuff like that. Deus Ex Machina. Now, a lot of this is happening automatically in the patches. It's doing all that automatically, but you can use a mod wheel. And then turn on the groove.
The world will be reborn in our image. Your species is an engine of self-destruction.
So you have all these phrases you can build cool songs with.
Everything that has a beginning ends now. Submit and become part of the whole.
So you have these it's chunks of clay giving you stuff to work in certain directions that are really, really fun.
Das ist die Abwickel am Haie.
I want to point out also that these phrases, they're all processed. Some of these are saying things I've never heard. They're all AI generated. Fred worked with AI to create. Fuck the machine! You know, it's not just saying and reciting like a book. It's like somebody in a battle. Fuck the machine! See you in hell! You know, I mean, it's that kind of attitude for some of these. Other ones like the Oracle and Angels. You need a sequencer to get it tight, you know? Angels, man. And when I'm playing, I'm just playing chords, you know? So if you want, you can go down to these menus, and we should see menus down here for, let's see, Angel, right here. So here's all the phrases.
The way you shine, it's magnificent. Don't worry, my friend, you are safe.
So there's character to the person.
Just listen. I know the weight is heavy on your shoulders. They got you running in a maze that has no end. You're a being of God.
I mean,
I am your shield. I'm always here with you.
It's awesome to use these to write a song. Let's go.
I'm here to protect you.
Baby robot. Baby saying gibberish? I mean, that's like, how? I'd buy it, but oh, you already, yes. I do have an Easter egg sale going on. I should point that out. And this is let's step up. So this library is just crazy. We hope to have it out next week by probably Thursday at the latest. I think we'll get it all put together. There's so much. There's, we'll talk sales in a minute. I'll get into that, but. Like all of Fred's libraries, I swear you will find patches you had no idea Repro 1 or whatever synth he works on could make. He just does that with the patches. And he's using all the tools in Unify too. If you go over here, there's overdrive. If you turn overdrive and the EQs off and so forth, sometimes it changes the character of the patches. Other times it's in the patch. It's just made of pistons. This would be fun to have the LFO rate over here. How's he doing that? It'd take a while to deconstruct exactly what he's got going on. You hear FME things in there and all sorts of things. That's because Repro 1 has a really cool effect called Jaws. Turn that off. That's heavy lifting on this patch. That cool? So these patches go all sorts of places. It's more edgy synthetic. But they're made to work together. Like you take this sequence, and I'm gonna take a risk. Let's say as a Unify layer, let's just add an arpeggio, like. You know, they work together really well. Then go over to the drum track. And let's go to the Cybernetica library. And I have a whole bunch of other drum patterns coming. They're just not done yet. Right? So there's, like, if you don't want that kit, let's see, we go into this. I have it set so you can open up each one of these layers. Go to the kick. There's all these other kicks. Prowler, piston. You know, so you can mess them up pretty quickly. So it's a lot of fun to play with, all these different things and all these combinations. There's 30 of them now. Let's show just a couple other ones. Here's Roboter. So it starts with a bass line in the left hand.
Gesetz. Ihr werdet uns beim Namen nennen. Die Logik ist unser Gesetz. Roboter. Wir sind die Heiler.
So, you get the idea, right? I mean, there's just, you have no idea what's going to come out of the speakers with some of the, I mean, I think this is like Rammstein German.
Es ist Zeit zu sterben.
Let's listen for a second.
Es ist Zeit zu sterben. Es ist Roboter. Es ist
It's just I'm still kind of blown away with some of this stuff. It's just
I am your hidden self. I am in the corner of your eye. I am your hidden self.
so you get the idea. There's all sorts of fun things to play with. Until I die.
Sayonara. Keep your sirens screaming. Sayonara.
all these tools are here to work with.
Fuck you, pig.
Okay, so yeah. Some of it's a little R-rated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now some
We
of these
ain't
drums will
little
be
humans.
reworked between now and next Thursday.
Yeah. Yo, they told us we were mortal.
Anyway, there's so much in this library. So coming out Thursday, Cybernetica for Repro 1 and Unify 2, as well as just the patches for Repro 1 if you don't want to have all this creative content that is kind of built around the library. I think it really works well to have all this stuff available. I think it's really powerful, you know? So anyway, nice work. Not really my thing to use stock voices or phrases. I prefer my own sound designs. I'll pass this version. There's one without the freeze. Now, there's the patches only version, and then there's the version which has the drum kits, the combinations, putting everything together in Unify. So there's not, if you don't want to use the phrases, just the combinations, I'm going to make variations on the combinations without phrases. For those that just want the musical content without phrases, there will be a minus version next to each one. And if you want, you just go into the Finder and go to the patches that you don't want and delete them, and they're gone. So you don't have to have the phrases if you don't want them. There's over 24, I think, phrases per each one of these characters that Fred has spent all this time creating and developing. So they're each different.
Hope is our most powerful tool against the darkness. You must let go of fear, doubt, and disbelief.
I mean, people have all these phrase libraries that just phrases that they sell by itself. This is just one component in this like large scale assault of creative things.
Illusions are the scaffolding of understanding.
Every voice is different. I mean,
You already know what you need to do. You just have to choose to do it.
you know, it's really cool. So
Your journey is not about finding answers, but about discovering
oh,
the
cool,
right
Kendall.
question.
Yeah. Well,
Change is the only
this is
constant
kind of,
in
you know,
the universe.
we like to be the way of giving you access to sounds and different things than you're used to working in, because that's where things come together and melt and become something new. So that's kind of the idea. Keep the phrases coming. You know, some people love the phrases, some people don't. You don't have to use them. There will be variations without phrases, and the menus are the phrases, and you just don't call them up. So it's able to be worked with. There's over like 240 patches of all sorts of stuff. These effects are incredible. Final countdown. Let's try this. Yeah, more than 200 patches for Repro. So, and I'll tell you a little funny side story. So Fred and I are both into this game called Ark Raiders, which is a game where you go into this world that's very much like this. It's kind of like been destroyed in a way, and there's robots to shoot, and you can shoot each other if you want, but we like to go in and just blow up these great big huge, the intelligence of them is great. And what's really fun is you can use a headset and a microphone and talk to anybody else in the game that's there with you, which I've never, you know, I've played games since the first Atari console when I was like 8 years old. And this is the first time you can go into a game and talk to other people around you. And it's just really, really, really fun. But, you know, there's a lot of that vibe in a lot of these patches mixed with the Matrix that kind of like goes all hand in hand really well. Interrogation Protocol. Let's listen to that one.
Why choose the cold? Why choose the hunger? Fate is written in lines of code, and your time has expired. This is your last warning. Comply or be erased. Your reality is a construct. Our authority is absolute.
Fred did the typing of what the phrases are that everybody says. It's really, you know, this is the way of AI I approve of, because he's working with companies that they're paying royalties to the voices that they create and develop, and then he's taking them and processing them to make them totally, I mean, this is not what the original sounds sounded like when they came out of AI. He has processed them, in some cases extensively, to match his vision. So the whole thing with this library is you're getting Fred's vision with my, at the end, input for a little bit of additional production with some drums and stuff like that. But this is Fred's vision. And it's just really cool that one person can do such a thing these days. It's really powerful. And so I like this way of seeing how to use AI as a creative tool to create things for yourself that you can like turn into something that is a creative thing people can interact with and be creative with. It's not pushing a button and having it make a song for you. You still need to make the song. You have these as tools to work with. So, you know, it's a really, really fun way to go, you know? Yeah, maybe Eva Green, yeah. Okay, so we'll look at this maybe at the end if there's time. There's a lot to show you guys today. A number of plugins have come out. 3 of them are free. So I want to make sure I tell you about those. 2 of the 3 require kontakt, just to tell you ahead of time. So for those of you that don't have kontakt, that part won't be very exciting to you. Sorry. But let's do this. Let's go to, let's do Groove Summit for a drum groove. The first thing to show you is a compressor. And it's kind of a combination of and it's free. Let me get my notes up here because I didn't have a chance to get these into comments. Into the comments in the live stream right now are way out of date because I didn't update them yet, but I will after the live stream. Okay. But this is a free compressor from Woodstock Audio. There's all these new companies popping up. Oh yeah, cool. Glad you got it, Dub. Yeah. So this is let's go over here. I'll just put on the output. This is Woodstock. It's called Waveform Compressor, and it's kind of an educational compressor, if you can picture it that way. The idea being that they have this big display to show you what the compressor is doing. This will work. It's not my, maybe I'll try with something else really quick. And that'll work better. Okay, so over here, this waveform. So you can see it showing you what it's doing to do, because the thing with the compressor is it's not just the peaks, it's also the soft stuff. When stuff gets soft, it comes down to bring it up because it's trying to make everything be level. So this gives you a chance. Use makeup. Change the attack and you'll see the shape of this work and the release. So you see what it's doing as it's doing it, which is pretty cool. You can high pass some of it so that the compressor is able to work more on just the high-end stuff if you want, which is really nice. There's also optical compression, which is a little bit different. But you get to see what it's doing. And if you slow this down, watch, if I slow down the release, let's see. If I slow this down, you see how now it's not as reactive. So you can actually see what it's trying to do. Like, what do you do when you add the knee versus more knee? Less ratio is going to make it a more gentle type of compression. You get to see what it's doing while you hear the results, which is pretty cool. I'm still cranking it too loud, of course. I like it loud. What can I say? By the way, one trick, if you have something that's it's hitting red, it's just like tickling red, and you don't want people to know it's hitting red. If you go to Loud Max, if you bring the maximum volume to like -1 dB, that no longer lets it go to exclamation points. Like if I set this at -1, let's see what right there. Oh, wait. Oh, it's still hitting 1. I'm pushing it pretty hard. So pushing really hard with all these drums, huh? I might want to just hold down Option and turn everybody down just a little bit. So. I'm still hitting 0. Wow, I see. This is one of those libraries that was done with Unify 1, so I not as an excuse, but I didn't have these tools for the output levels to know how everything's set up. But anyway, the point being, this is our first effect to show you, and it's free. All right. And you can see what it's doing to the sound. If I bring the really shorter, listen what happens. See how it's coming up quicker? If I bring something faster, so you can see what it's actually doing. What is that envelope doing based on the parameters that you have in front of you? So I thought it was pretty cool that they did it as like an educational thing. They kind of have that concept with their plugins. So check out was it Woodstock Audio? What's funny is the neighborhood I lived at in Portland is Woodstock. So I don't know if it's that or Woodstock, New York, or somewhere else. But where do you get this info? Is it verified? The internet preliminary. You guys talking A and I stuff? Okay, yeah. Yeah. They're in debt because they bought 2 other companies. So that will do it to you anytime you do that. So I hope they make it through. They have great tools, so they're, anyway, so free compressor is to start. Next up, let's look at something that has come out from Baby Audio. This is Grainferno. This is their take on granular synthesis. And let's see, how big can I get the interface to be? I think it only goes to a certain size, which is unfortunate. Let me move the interface to Unify so we just see the interface here. It has all your typical tools with really great visual feedback. You can just click and drag in the interface. It has a morph between 2 different sounds that you can work with if you want. There's envelopes and LFOs. A nice filter. Right? All sorts of patches. They've got a lot of people to work on these. And the way granular synthesis works is taking little pieces, and you have these controls as to like where it scans, how much it scatters, where it's like looking around at different places simultaneously. So you have all sorts of controls for how it works, and you visually can see it, which is nice. You can have normalized. They have these preset templates you can call up. If you click right here, you're into the patch browser, and they have categories up here, so you can say evolving. And if you close this, they have macros over here. So you can do some really nice things with it. And again, some of the patches and the samples that they use are very tasty indeed. Here is a link. Let me show you their website really quick, since that's our normal process. Here it is. It's on a 39% off introductory pricing. So it's only $79, or you can rent to own it. Okay. They have all sorts of stuff here, video feedback and tech about it, and feedback, all the good things. Their user interface is top notch. They did a lot of work on creating cool interface. Can't tell you how much work it takes to do this. Working with Paul on Unify 2. You can get some really cool stuff. There's some really cool basses, all sorts of things, beautiful pads. You know, all this kind of cool stuff. Now, one thing, and I've written to them and they're gonna bring out an update, but this really gets me a chance to show you something that's one of the cool reasons for Unify to exist. Like, why would you host this in Unify when just in your DAW? But Unify has a cool feature. It's got a MIDI filter built in that lets you do some fun things. For this plugin, it doesn't listen to the sustain pedal. And I'm like, how could you guys make something that's a granular synth that when I'm holding down the sustain pedal, I mean, does every programmer under 40 years old never use a sustain pedal? I don't know. But in Unify, if you go just right here to the MIDI effects, click and go to Unify Standard, Utility, MIDI Filter, you have this sustain pedal and you can do a couple things. You can say, suppress it, which means ignore it, which makes it so now it doesn't have sustain. So if you're doing a split and you want the piano to have sustain, but the bass not have sustain, so you can be playing chords and hold them, then go down and play two-hand bass, you can do that by using this. And we've actually built this, so you don't even need this filter. I'm just showing you as a filter, but check this out. We even have, I think we have to do this though. We have sustain as an on and off right here, but it doesn't do a thing where it gives sustain to something that doesn't have it. So you still have to use the MIDI filter. If you go over here and you say emulate, now when I play sustain, it sustains forever, just like it's supposed to. So that's just one of the many. I'm gonna start making a whole bunch of short videos just showing all the cool tools in Unify, because a lot of synthesizers actually don't come with sustain. I don't know why they don't, but they all should have sustain pedal so you can play it. Now you can go over here and tweak. Right? I mean, I can't do any of this stuff if I don't have sustain and I have to be holding down my notes. What did I do? Oh, I have the position probably at the end. Let me get it earlier. Well, I broke it. But it's kind of cool, you know? It's like playing melody things for me automatically. So, anyway, it's a really cool plugin. I didn't get a chance to play it a ton, but everything I called up is like really cool. And if you go to like some of these things like bass, check this out. They have some really cool different kind of basses. So they've found some really creative things that they can do. Really, really cool. You get into the juicy stuff. So it's one of the more robust granular engines I have seen as far as just the places they can go with it because of the tools and the LFOs, the flexibility of the engine. It's very well thought out. So give it a check out. Oh, not viewable? Hold on a second. Let me. Oh. Sorry. Back into the size I should be. Oh, if you missed it, so here's the MIDI filter. Here it is, and you just use the sustain pedal right here, and you can say suppress or emulate. Best pass through is the normal setting that it has, but if you set it to emulate, now I can hold down a sustain note, use the sustain pedal, plays it. So it's very cool to have those tools inside of Unify to call up and use when you need to use them, right? All right. So Grainferno, check it out. They have a demo I think you can try out of it. I was really impressed. I mean, there's a number of granular synthesizers at this point, but they do have some fresh things in here that they've done. This morphing between two different samples and everything else. Really good. Check it out. So, all right, let me show you one of the free things for Kontakt. Let's call it Kontakt 8 really quick. This is a guitar library. And I wouldn't normally point out things like this, but this is one of the better ones I have found for solving something. When you're doing guitar on the keyboard, it's really hard. Oh, whoops. All right, going from a granular synthesizer to Kontakt, and something didn't quite gel in there. So let's try that again. Go Kontakt 8. Since it has fresh everything, it should be fine now, hopefully. There we go. Yeah, so it has, you know, when you have these 1.0 of new plugins, there might be something they need to do. Who knows who was at fault there to cause that to happen. I like the classic view when it comes to the interface. And let me see here if I go like this. Now we have the classic view. The library is over here. This is Sound Props, another company I've never heard of that has a huge website. Both of the free things I'm showing you are from companies that have a pretty extensive presence. It's pretty amazing. But this is, let's see if I have to go file system. It does this every time because it's on my desktop. It takes a minute for me to get it to actually work. I think if I go over here to load this, maybe this will get it to work. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I just had to have this first, then I can do the things. Let me see, make sure that so this is of an SG. They have a number of guitars that they have done, and let's do this. Let's go to Unify real quick and just call up our standard mastering so it's a little bit more fuller, and master effects. So a couple of things that they've done that I thought were really clever is, as you see, they have first of all, the samples are really good. Let me call you a couple of different presets. Here's like the hot solo. They have Van Halen, so if you want to get the Van Halen. But what really makes it unique that they have, oh, let me give you the link for this. I copied it. Let me put it into the paste. Yeah, it's hot. Up here, they have both a up and low, depending if you're playing with your left hand or right hand. They have notes for doing the mutes, and the mutes are based on what notes you've played. So if I play just a C, so for the first time, I can get that kind of fast fingering. The white notes are for like playing this, the actual just, the black notes are for mutes. Maybe other sample libraries have done this. So I can get all of these things you can do with a guitar that I haven't been able to figure out how to do yet. They did it. If we go to the clean, so it's not, let's go to the twang. So if you play one note, you can get like you're playing really fast on one string. So you can go back and forth between the mutes and the stringing. So I thought that was super cool and worth sharing with you guys. So now it's confusing when you get this library. It comes with this library and then an update file that you need to replace the snapshots and the instruments. Make sure that you only drag over the instrument direct SGV2. It has a folder with all these other ones for all their other instruments. And if you drag it over, you're going to get that error message that it can't find the samples. They haven't thought that part of the installation. Kontakt is a little bit tricky with that. But again, I had this just sitting on my desktop, so I haven't even put this in. If I wanted to, I could go over here and right click, and I could take the snapshots and I could just drag them over here. I'd probably have to drag over the instruments too, because I need to do that first to get this to work. And then I could go over to the snapshots and play the direct SGG. Let's see, does it go to the instruments? That's not going to do it. Never mind. Okay, so that's one of the freebies. The other freebie is a whole other different website that has quite, I don't know where these companies and it's like, nobody hears about Plug and Groove and finds out about Plug and Groove and stuff like that. It's a similar thing here. I've never heard of Evenant, Evenant, but they have, mainly for film composers, quite a website. It's kind of like their own Discord channel in a way. And they have a free thing. Actually, there's 3 free things if you go to their website. Let me show you here real quickly. So where is... oh, I didn't even put it up here. Okay, so let me get to the website. Evenant. The Evenant engine. It's right here. It's $79 and it's free. And it's a Kontakt library. You will need the full version of Kontakt for all this stuff. These 2 libraries I'm showing, they do not work with the free player version of Kontakt. The free player version of Kontakt is built based on companies buying licenses from Native Instruments for their libraries, and then they can use the free player. But they're doing that because the companies spent thousands of dollars to buy these licenses. I did that years ago for an early version of Super Macho Drums for Kontakt. I spent like $13,000 on licenses. It's a lot of money. That's why most companies don't do that. ADO and other companies, they don't pay for the licenses, because if you have a lot of different products and you have to buy licenses ahead of time, as far as I know, I don't know, maybe they do now, but back then you had to buy 1,000 licenses or something like that, 500 licenses, and then hope that you sell your 500 copies of your plugin. So, but the Evenant engine gives you this really nice, and then you can check out their website. There's other products that they have that you can download, as far as they have a incredible 1.7 gigabytes of cinematic orchestral samples and stuff like that. But here, check this out. So if we go like this, they have all these patches that let me do it this way so you can see it over here. So if we go to my Rocket 2 terabyte samples library, let's move this out of the way. Evident, EV. So this is the Evident engine, and the thing you download is called the Evident Engine Beta, which is a little, you know, from reading the forums that they have, they're a little and updating, and it was made in 2021, so I don't know why it's still in beta. But if we go over here and call it up, let's see if I can go to like I'm probably going to patches, let's say electronic, and so they have all these patches, and some of these, like these signatures, are really cool, like Voice of the Universe. Doing your own version of a Dune film track or something like that, you know? They have some really nice pads in here. Let's go to the pads. And the thing that's really nice is this hyperspace. Between that and the filtering, it's really cool. So some really useful, unique samples, I thought. So again, something that normally I don't recommend things like this, but I was like, these are interesting enough. I should let you guys know about them, because you know, we're a resource for all sorts of sounds here, right? So it does go back to kontakt 6, so you don't have to have kontakt 8. You can use kontakt 6 and up. So there's both electronic sounds like these, and then they have an organic category as well, which has like some organic, like a... all sorts of things like this. So it's very, very cinematic in its nature and tone. But if you take something like this, go over to something like Unisynth, go to one of the pads in Unisynth, maybe a BPM pad just to give it a little bit of energy and stuff like that. So let's slow it down, go BPM pad or BPM synth. I don't think we want techno gold. Let's say like Super Strummer. Again, their filter cutoff on here is going too low. Yeah, works really well. So just to make you aware of something else that I thought was really useful this week that popped up on my feeds as a freebie, Evident Engine. All these sounds are really usable. There's a lot of creative options and stuff in all this stuff. Here's the Velvet Horn Ensemble. So let's open this up. One nice thing you can do, just if you don't know this, is if you have the envelope or the folder with the patches, you can just go over here and drag them over the interface to load them, so you don't have to use the interface. Right, here's Whispering Fjords. Nice. Timekeeper is BPM Sync. Most of these plugins, when it comes to their BPM stuff, is pretty basic. It's not like Unify where it can get so complex. But you can take this, go over here and let's load this. Let's see, let's turn this up a little louder probably. So it works really well with what we've got. Right? So all sorts of fun stuff to play there. All right, so that's 2 freebies. Let's get back to something that's not a freebie. And then I have one more freebie that's a bonus one I forgot all about showing you that I found. You tell me if it's worth knowing about, but I'm gonna let you know about it anyhow because that's how it is. We're trying to make courses for musicians. They do a lot of course educational stuff. They want to have people learn production. It's not a bad thing to teach people knowledge on how to do stuff. So more power to them. But they do have some very nice sounds that they've created in these libraries. So let's go init. And this is a plug from our friends Acoustica. Do I have the SQ3? This is SQ3. And it's normally $199. They have a spring sale that's going on they asked me to tell you about. If you buy this and one of the libraries, it becomes 99 euro. It's instead of 199 euros. So let me see, do I put that over here? Yes. So if I give you the link right here, and again, I'll put the links in the video description after the live stream. If I come over here and paste. So what you do for this to work is you can hit their Spring Fever and Producers Special Editions. And if you add to cart Squid by itself, you'll notice it's, I've got all sorts of stuff in here. So let's see, not thing. It's just $199, right? But if you add one of these 2 libraries, add to cart the Analog Life library, and now you look at your sales price, it's dropped to 99 euro. So they have a sale going on to save you some money. And this is one of these synths. I've played with this in the past. I think I even showed it to you when it first came out. But it's really unique in that it has its own living. It's really like a living instrument on your. It is a CPU heavy instrument. There's no getting around that because of how it works and processes things. But the sounds that it makes are just really got a lot of life. It's got a killer filter. It can do polyphony, sorry. If you go here to voices and you click here, you can change it from 1 to 10. So now you can, I think there's someone else I have to change to be polyphonic. All right, here, last note, poly, there. Now I can, and again, it's CPU heavy, so I'm in a live stream playing it. right? So that's pretty cool how that works. They also have these quick view ways of seeing the interface for the different areas for the effects, where they have. Let's see, let's turn this on. They have a ton of different things. I love this shimmer verb. It's got that cool shimmer vibe to it. Let's go over here to the patch and filter it. Isn't that cool? So it's truly one of those synths that kind of stands out because of how like unique. It's kind of like it just has its vibe to it that is very different than anything else out there. And again, if I want, I can go over here and say polyphony, and I could say 5 voices. So how was my voices at? It should be polyphonic. There must be something set somewhere else I'm not sure of. But very, very cool. Built-in arpeggiator, all sorts of really cool sequences and so forth. If you go to like the, let's go to ARP. There's so many different things here. So it's, noisy ARPs, just a couple of these really quick. Really cool. So you can save some good money right now with this sale that they have going on. So oh, spring, I might not be set run. Drive me, okay. I don't even, oh, there's other things I should tell you about too. This super stereo. Let's get a different. What happened? So if you turn on super stereo, it gets us nice stereo imaging. So, again, this is an instrument that's more like its own creature living on your computer. So it's fun to work with. When I use this, I have to usually bounce it to audio and then mute it because of the CPU usage it requires. Just because it is calculating everything in a way differently than most synthesizers. But Acoustica software, all their stuff is really good. But they have this sale going on. They asked me to tell you about the sale. So there you go. You can save €100 on it if you get it with a patch library. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I don't have any. Yeah. SQ3 is the CPU. I'm running on an Apple's like the M1 way back in the day Mac Studio. And if we look at the CPU usage in Unify, let's go over here. See what the CPU usage tells us. 25-30%, not that bad. Now, I will tell you that there's something, I'm talking to Acoustic about this. It does this thing inside of Unify where it, into the buffers, it's like auto recording, and then it plays it back in kind of a weird way that, Here it's playing notes and stuff. And somehow in the DSP buffers, it's recording and playing back with some of the patches. But listen to that. Sounds like the start of a Deadmau5 track, you know? Crazy, crazy instrument. So it really has its own personality when you get down to it. And that's with Unify with not even any mastering effects. If I go over here and add, let's add the mastering effects really quick. Hello, place from layer, master, light, turn this, oh, I've got this all the way up. So I don't know why I had the volume all the way up, but sorry about that. Like if we go to the effects, let's just play the effects for a minute and check this out. So they have, another thing that's really cool is this built-in, it's kind of like an OTT kind of thing. I think I have it on. Let's see, we have this on. Oh, all effects on. They were off. There we go. All right, so let's turn these back to like scratch. So check this out. So this OTT, let's stop the delays for a second. This alone is so cool. You get all sorts of tonality out of the synth from here. There's built-in chorus. With noise. There's different types of chorus. We'll turn that off. Go to this echo. Again here. It somehow they can fix it. I don't know why it's doing it with Unify. Unify works differently because it is a DAW in real time starting and stopping the clock. And that freaks out a lot of synthesizers that aren't used to having something that works the way Unify works. So it's just something I'm going to send them Unify. We'll talk. We'll get it all fixed so that it doesn't do this. I tried this in my DAW and it doesn't do it. But in Unify, there they are. You know, there's something in the DSP cycle and so forth that it works with. It's kind of cool, but it's not expected. So, but again, they have all these different types. They have bright rooms, tile rooms, reverse plates, all sorts of stuff here to play with. So. Just very, very fun synth, just to like really get deep into something, you know? Hello? Anyway, so Squid SQ3, it's a unique synth. They're not trying to emulate anything from what I can tell. It's its own creature. And to have this kind of an effect section with these types of tools, with EQ and all this other stuff, thumbs up. Really, really cool. So check that out if you want. There's one more freebie to tell you about. Oh my gosh, we're almost out of time. So if we go over here, let's get back to drums. It's an audio processing effect that's a free plugin that I can tell you about. from Plugin Alliance, which they don't give things away for free very often. So now this is Groove Summit. This is my 1200 patch groove library of drums of all types, from percussion. There's weird stuff. All right, so we're gonna play with Animate. This is a plugin that does a number of things all at once. Animate, from mastering the mix, and once again, you have to do their email subscription and cancel and all that kind of stuff to get this stuff, but it's not a big deal to go through for you to get an effect that you're gonna use a lot, right? So here's the link. Now what this does is it has 4 different categories of processing. This expansion, which is already right there. And so where did I go? Where's my, let's see, they have a bypass right here. So that alone is pretty nice. You've got the, let's bring it back down to 100%. So it's normal. You have punch. Just add a little bit more edge to the kicks and stuff. Or go over the top if you want to like really push it. Pretty cool. Fire, or ignite as they say. Again, if you want to crank these all up, let me turn this down. You can turn anything into just, what's that? You know? Here's your, this is interesting. This is Grow, which does a stereo kind of thing. It's like messing up frequencies into different areas in the stereo field. So to have all these tools in one plugin is pretty cool. Right? So, and I wish you could change the order, but you can't click and drag to change the order. You also have control over the millisecond timing for the attack, which you can soften it out a little bit so it doesn't have to be 1 millisecond. And also the amount of compression, the shape, the ratio. Right? So if you want something to mess up your audio for free, Animate is a pretty cool tool to play with. Let me give you another groove. Let's see. Oh, this will be fun. All right, so let's open up, go Animate. It really brings up all the details that are kind of like tucked in there in the transients. So it's very useful. Add a little fire. And you can bring down the outputs if you want. So you don't have to have it just like, so from tame to having just a little bit more attitude to it. It's very nice. So for a free plugin, they also have all these different types of presets. So if you wanted to say, I want to do drums and wanted to have like an upper, you know, these presets are for, what I love to do is put the wrong preset on the wrong sound. So for here, I go to Synth, Pad Boost, you know. I wish they had pluses. Oh, they do have plus right here. So I think, no. They trick you into thinking they have a plus and a minus, and they don't. That's not fair. I think we can go over here. Is there a way to make the interface bigger? Maybe not. They have a question mark. What's this? Click here to buy now. This is a trial version. Oh, it's supposed to be, well, I have the license to authorize it. I just haven't authorized it because it is a free plugin. They give you the license for it, okay? So, let's see. Okay, so I think that was the extent of what I wanted to cover in live stream. Do you have any questions? Yeah, pop up a question if you have any. I was supposed to tell you at the beginning. I forgot. We have a sale at the website. So let's go over here to Plug and Groove really quick. My website is plugandgroove.com. We have our Hello Spring sale going on. 40% off all libraries. If you click products, this will take you to the list. There's like 150 libraries now for everything from Omnisphere and Serum, all these different things. They're all automatically discounted for you. So the $39 price is now $23.40 through Easter. And then I think I'll let it go like Monday after Easter. And then we'll end this sale. So that's going on. Now, if we get down here to Omniverse Volume 1, I saw a couple videos yesterday from on Instagram from promoting this. NVIDIA is working with Disney, and they had this little short, one of the characters from one of the princess movies, the ice one. I can't remember the name of it, but it's walking around on its own and talking to people, and autonomously or whatever, right? And the operating system that they're using for that is called Omniverse. So yeah, treat yourself. Now, this is $1.15, because Omniverse, and I wanted to support and promote that, but this is the first library I released in 2012, and it's free and works with Omnisphere 2 and 3. And if you guys belong to any forums where other people can you go to the Omnisphere forums and let people know that I'm doing this promotion? I have 40 libraries for Omnisphere. They're really good libraries. A number of my producers, Tim Dale, the ESC team, even Laurent Verones has done a number of libraries. If you go here and you click, where's the Omnisphere button? There's all these libraries for Omnisphere. And so I want to just kind of like shout out that there's all these libraries, and this is a thing businesses do a lot. You do one thing for cheap, and I find that if something is totally free, you forget about it. But even if you pay $1.15, it's a small amount, but you've invested something into it. It makes it mean a little bit more to you than if you just get it for free. So I'm not doing it I don't like to do the free thing with these libraries. And it was going to be $1, and then, all the charges from e-commerce and stuff, it ends up being about 15 cents. So the 15 cents is the added e-commerce fees we have to eat up. And I was like, well, just make $1.15. So, check it out. It's a really fun library. There's 150 patches. There's some bangers in here all over the place. It also comes with a unified library. So if you go over here to Plug and Groove, this goes into the O2 category. And like if you have a whole bunch of Omnisphere 2 libraries, the Plug and Groove O2 gets to be a larger category because all the libraries get stacked there. But Omniverse has all these, like some of my favorite bass patches would be like, where's Predatory Pulsar? This is such a cool bass. And the mod wheel. And if you go here to the grooves, let's say 7. Yeah, that's not going to work because it's a swing. I just realized that. So you'd probably want to just go like U2 and get like a simpler techno, like a. Right, and what you can do so fast, the thing we love with Unify, right click, play B. Let's go down to the BPM pads. Like this is like the first BPM, I mean, this is the first third-party library ever made for Unify or for Omnisphere. I released it just a year or so after Omnisphere came out, and there was no other third-party libraries that I know about, so. Let's do this. Let's go to Omnisphere real quickly, and you can make this unswing just by opening up. It's an Omnisphere 3. Bring down swing. let's do this. Let's go to the main. Let's go to the ARP, and let's actually turn some of these off. So we just say off. Now that worked better with my right hand. And I'm like blowing out my speakers because I'm overdriving. So let's bring these down like maybe 7 or 70 dB. So you get the idea. There's 150 patches. They go all over the place as far as the sounds in it. And this is back with Omnisphere 1. So not even version 2 or but now at version 3. So every patch is only 2 oscillators because C and D did not exist. So I mean, back in the early days, this is the first library that actually helped me realize I could do this full time. Spectrasonics actually put out a tweet, which is a rare thing. They didn't do it very often after that because they didn't want to take sides. All of a sudden, other companies were starting to make patch libraries. But when I first released this and there was no one else, they tweeted it out and tons of people came and became customers back in the day. A lot of you guys have been around since then, so thank you. So there's all these lovely patches. Right? So there's just fun stuff. Mod Wheel always does something extreme. Fun stuff like that. Trees dancing in the windstorm. So, good stuff. Makes you want to go over here and like maybe this groove. I'm playing with the mod wheel, by the way, so you can. So you add like string pulse. So they all work together. If I wanted to, I could like right click on these two and say stop at B. Let's go up to basses. Let's even have like a BPM bass. See what happens if we add that. Let's say like Driven Obsession. Why not? So let's go Driven Obsession, load that, and I need to open this and take the top and bring it down to B2. And now what you can do in a case like this, like the bass is obviously double time. I'd want to cut that in half. So open up Omnisphere, just go to the ARP, and the chord timing is 16th notes, change it to 8th notes, and just like that. And I'm doing some funny things on the timing. Let me see here. I've got all this stuff. There's, see how it's modulating. Right? So, fun stuff. The bass has got the reverb opening up with the filters and all the... Yeah, it's fun. Fun to go back and explore these libraries I made such a long time ago. It's crazy, crazy stuff. All right, well, hey, thank you for joining us. I think next week when we have the full Cybernetica library out, I'll talk more about rhythm and how to take like here I just quickly went over here and I have these patches that are default. I was supposed to get these to you and I didn't this week. I'm sorry. Next week we'll have a bonus for the metronome of these patches. I'll organize them into the library. When I'm making libraries, like this is the first one I've made for Cybernetica. Like if I call this up, it changes the whole vibe because it's now. It's amazing how different the drums alone can make a production. Change that back to Darkest Night, and it's a whole. Or go to other vibes that I had made in for this. Or go to any of these 630 patches and call them up. Like Big Boys. Where's the small mix? Let's go over here. ABC. These are the ABCs, so. Yeah, so we could. Rhythm is one of those things that is literally hours and hours of hanging out. Any past video tips on metronome? I felt a bit lost today. Metronome is in some of the video. I'm not very good at making a video that just covers one topic, and I'm going to work on that. So there is a video I believe in my history talking about working with this. Don't feel lost. It's just a very powerful capability in Unify that is right here. Just turn it on, right click, and choose a patch and see what happens. That's really where it starts. So yeah, and if you're trying to play live, I will suggest clicking right here where it says MIDI's quick stop. If you one of these options that says 2 bars, what this does is it allows it to keep going for like 2 measures after you play so that it doesn't immediately stop, because when it's mainly on MIDI quick stop, if I stop, it stops the rhythm. So if you're trying to, it gets a little challenging to work with. So one of the nice things we have, if you set to like 2 bars, so you it keeps going along. Even when I'm done not playing. So you don't have to just be playing on top. That's a different kind of technique that I've just kind of learned how to play because I've done this for over 5 years, right? it's a nice way. Yeah, you can time your endings that way. Yeah, but just that's where it gets harder to do that with when you set to the, because with MIDI quick stop you can be, when you let up on the sustain pedal, stops, right? So you can control where it is. You just have to like work on the timing techniques, I call it, right? But don't feel lost. I mean, there's a lot in Unify, and just go to some of our basic patches in the standard library to kind of understand how things work would be where I would start for Metronome. Anyway, I'm gonna get going, but YouTube Metronome's basic it's just another embedded instance of Unify, as Shane is saying. So you can open this up, and now it's running alongside this version of Unify, and you'll notice a nice thing. One thing that really shows off nicely is inside of Fred's new library, he's using a number of effects, including overdrive and stuff on the output level, right? So when you call up these patches, if I tried to add drums here inside Unify, they're going to go through whatever this audio effect chain is with overdrive. So let's go down here to the drum groove that I have right here, and I'm just saying load as a Unify layer, so it loads the whole thing. We say drum BPM, and you don't even hear it, right? Because it's going through this effect chain. He's got his EQ with the low end all the way down, all sorts of stuff he's doing to get the sound that he wants. But by this being a separate Unify, I can right click, and then there's an on and off button for the metronome right here. If it's lit green, it's going to play when you play a note. If it's not lit, then it's not playing yet. So I'm going to go back to that library, Cybernetica, and I'm going to go looking for the drum grooves right here. And by having this inside of Metronome, it's separate than this Unify, which means its effect chain is totally different. So when I turn this on and play a note, I'm on drum kit, of course. Okay. Oops. Go to BPM drum. Now it sounds like a drum kit because it's playing. It has its own processing. Now, if you click the little chevron above the metronome, there is a control here where I could route the drums, the metronome into the master, which means it now goes through this effect chain right here. So if I do that, I'm back to it sounding like it sounded when I played it inside Unify. So it truly is a separate, standalone. We now have the ability with the mute button to mute this Unify, so you just hear the drums. But it's kind of this rogue Unify, just doing its own thing. And whatever you put in here for whatever rhythmic things, it could be BPM patches. It doesn't have to be drums per se, but it's designed so that when you first call it up, when you first right click on this, at least the first time, it goes to the metronome library. I've changed it since then, so now it's remembering to go to that library. But the metronome library is a special library installed with Unify that is nothing but rhythm patches. So, and at the very top are these clicks, which will turn off the drums and just give you a click. So you can use it as a metronome, just like a click, and you have different presets for the click. And if you open this up right here, you can change the pitch and the volume of the click. And use that. Or if you go to any of these patches and call this up, it's playing that instead of a click. So it's basically just a way of getting a metronome to not be just a metronome click. You can go to any of these, like when you get to the BPM drum later on, like these GS patches and stuff. These are fully realized drum grooves that can be your metronome, right? So if I turn back on this, I've got this cool drum groove. And if I right click this and I go to back down to the library and I say, oh, I want it to be a different groove, like here's pop unique. Or busy tech. So you call one of these up to be what drum groove you want to jam with. It's just a really fun way to have the ability to have like a drum machine built into Unify that is on its own little plateau, not affected by whatever Unify itself is doing. Because in the case of Fred's patches, these patches are designed to do all sorts of different things. The master effects are part of the sound of what it produces. So a lot of times I don't do libraries this way. I'll make sure that I do all the processing on that layer so that you can add additional layers to it. But this is a different process, different technique where it's using everything. If I turn off the master effects, it's a different technique of using the master effects as part of the shaping of the sound. And so you might not want your drums to go through it. That's where the metronome comes in really handy, because it's this little side artillery things like that. All right. Excuse me. Bye, Oliver. Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming by. All right, let's do our shout outs. We're at the end of the live stream. We're actually over a little bit. Shout out from Eagle, Idaho. Thank you, Taylor, for hanging out and being the support. It's really helpful that he's here. Look at that. Everywhere in the world, everybody. I love it. I love it. Boston, Canada, eh? Yeah. Good to see you all. Thank you. West Texas, Switzerland, Netherlands. Oh, let me give you the link really quick for that library. New Omniverse. Here, if you just copy and paste this link into some video forums, I'd be very appreciative of that. I want to try to find some new customers, get them started with Omnisphere, and then they can grow up and advance to Unify. Because Unify, it makes Omnisphere more capable, because if you have 3 layers of Omnisphere patches on 3 separate layers, it's far more notes of polyphony you're going to get, probably 30 to 35% more notes of polyphony than if you try to do all that just inside of Omnisphere. Because each layer inside of Unify is on its own CPU core. So it actually is using your computer more thoroughly than Omnisphere. Omnisphere is only asking everything from one CPU thread. So you have effects. I can have my computer sweating in seconds with like 2 or 3 layers of granular synthesis in Omnisphere, because it's only one CPU available out of all the 24 threads I have on my computer. I can have multiple threads of different layers and play each one with all notes and not have polyphony issues like you would if it was all from just... So it makes every plugin, even Omnisphere, more powerful, more superhero powers, right? So it's very cool. Yes. Yeah, we can't make his VDST2. Paul Carter, who is now the software person writing the code for Unify 2, doesn't have a license for VST2, so he can't. When Shane was doing Unify 1, we could, but with Paul, we can't. So that's not in the future for us to do that. So yeah, we can't do that. Oh, okay. Well, and we'll look at those freebies. Yeah, you're welcome, Jim. Glad to help. Glad to give you guys all sorts of free pointers. Again, I'll put in the video description the details that I shared with all the 3 freebies. I found 4 freebies, even though I thought I only had 3. We have the free compressor. We have the free expander thing from Plugin Alliance called Animate. And then the 2 different instruments, the guitar library and the cinematic library for Kontakt. And then we also showed SQ3 from Acoustica Audio and their spring sale. So you can save €100, which is very helpful for... Gas isn't cheap right now, right? So anywhere you can save money and get a really unique synth, go there. And then Grainferno, for those of you that are looking for a granular synth that really has lots of room to do lots of really fun things. So yeah, thanks for joining us. Shout outs to all of you all around the world. I'm so appreciative you guys are all hanging out. It's a great time. See you next week. We'll do it all over again. Same bat time, same bat channel. All right. See you later.